Before listening to this exciting episode, you should know who made this episode possible, and it's Anchor. Anchor is a podcast listening and making app, and here are some benefits of it. It's free, it has all the creation tools that will help you record and edit your podcast. It distributes your podcast to almost all the important podcast listening apps, and you can also earn money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So download Anchor and enjoy podcasting and the interesting episode. Episode 42, Thought Thursday, Paranormal Events and Clairvoyance. Can't find the answer of the question going in your brain, which we call as thoughts? No worry, problem is solved with Thought Thursday. Hello everyone, your host Bramha here on the show I Got This Today, where on every Thursday we brainstorm on some very interesting and weird thoughts, and also the questions going on our brain. So next time you have a very interesting thought or a question, then put it on my social media handles, which are already in the link in the description. So go check them out. So this time, 1 or 2 days earlier, the last episode of season 1 of my favorite thriller podcast was out, and the podcast name is I Hear You. What I like about the podcast the most is its concept. Its concept is so unique and interesting that even I can't believe some episodes for a moment. So that podcast is actually about a detective who is a clairaudient. We will talk about this concept in the upcoming part of the episode. So she is a clairaudient, and as she is a detective, she solves cases, and she also has her own cases to handle. Means she has lost her memory due to an accident, and she is trying to get back those memories and solve the cases on the way. So if you like thriller, then go and listen to that podcast. The name is I Hear You. So what is our podcast episode today about? So it is about the same thing, the clairaudience. So what does actually clairaudience mean? Clairvoyance is an ability to hear, touch, and feel the objects and things or incidents that happened in past. Means at this time we can only see what is in present, and or we can touch only what is present in front of us at the present time, right? But if you have the clairvoyance ability, then you can feel and touch or talk to the paranormal things. So it's like an extra sensory organ, or our sensory organs with an extra ability or a superpower. And I love concept like this, like clairaudience, ghost, souls, and everything. So I researched more deeply that what does actually clairvoyance, clairaudience, and other paranormal things mean. So now I will share it with you. This concept of clairaudience and clairvoyance are not actually supported by scientific methods or scientists, or at least our scientific knowledge, but there is a whole new stream or a field to study these events and things, and the field is called as parapsychology. This field studies about the paranormal events, things, and many more other concepts. So clairaudient is a very big major part of this field. It's not actually that only some scientists support this, but also many religions support this concept too. Like in Christianity, it is believed that clairaudience is an extra ability that God gives only to some people. And there is also a belief of this concept in Jainism. So this ability of clairvoyance can be distributed in 3 types. So the first type is precognition. This type actually refers that one with this type of ability of clairvoyance can actually predict the things in future. So it only not about sensing the present and past events, but we can also sense the future event too. The second type is recognition, which we talked about, and it is about past. We can see, perceive, touch the things from past and events. And the third type is actually accessing the abnormal and paranormal events. So, isn't that crazy? But this craziness was also in history. Yes, the clairvoyance was existed in history too. There are many texts and events where many kings and also normal people have the clairvoyance ability. The first event of clairvoyance was actually noted in 1784, but I think there should be the records earlier than that. This ability of clairvoyance have both view, like a spiritual view and both the scientific view too. This ability of clairvoyance can be achieved through the rewiring of our mind. Like you have seen in films and many different incidents that someone falls on brain and gains a extra natural ability. So clairvoyance can be gained by that, but that is actually totally unpredictable. But it can be also gained through by the spiritual means, like from meditating and gaining the higher consciousness of spirituality, we can gain clairvoyance. The ability of clairvoyance may be supernatural, but it can be very useful and as well as harmful for the humankind, as it depends who is the user of that. Even the parapsychology agrees that clairvoyance really exists. But actually, no one knows and believes that because it doesn't get the scientific support or the support by the scientific community. But we can hope that scientists also support this concept of parapsychology. So, do you like this paranormal episode? Let me know. So, if you like it, I can make more interesting episode like this. Also, sorry for a delay of this episode. So that's what knowledge I want to give you today. But you don't forget to follow us and share this paranormal episode. Also go to the description and don't forget to leave feedback. And check out the books given in the description. It will help you in self-realization and growth. So that's it for today. I will take your leave and see you soon in the next one. Disclaimer: this podcast is based on my views and opinions. I don't mean to hurt anyone's sentiment or disrespect any group or individual.